Was it before?
Nope.
No.
That's right.
We can summarize.
Yes.
Did you have any questions, Sarah?
Not now, they didn't get to see the presentation of it.
I'm sorry about that. All right,
Anything else? Great.
yeah,
Great work. Thank you.
Thank you very
Yeah,
For you and your team.
absolutely.
And those that worked on this.
yeah, and I will get back to you guys with those items, like I said.
Great. Thank you.
Yep. I'll give you a call after, Sarah, okay?
All right, sounds good.
Thank you.
End of this.
Bye.
Bye.
I think every time we, the meeting, it's a little post-it note. Down here, I see you have it down here, but I don't. I thought maybe it should have. My apologies. No. I forgot to take this report. All right, where we at for next?
You're free.
You're
free?
I forgot.
Say it if you
You're
want.
safe, you're.
You can say if you really want.
Excited to go through minutes and everything else. Wow.
Well, thank you very much, everyone, and I'll get you that information right away.
Thanks.
Thank you. Safe travels home.
Thank you.
Next up we have,
Lamprey. Yeah. Perfect. I'll
um,
take a picture of that.
to approve and sign the minutes from the June 25th meeting.
And then the only other thing.
We call this one, Jenny?
Yeah.
Addition to the system, but
Okay,
I'm still gonna get that all figured out.
All in favor?
perfect. I'll probably give you a quick
And I'm
call too.
abstaining.
Yes.
That's somebody.
They need water infiltration, if we start lining the pipes, that'll clear all that
To approve
anyway.
and sign the meeting.
Yeah.
Sign the minutes from the
I mean,
last
what do you,
meeting.
of course, I've
What is
never
your
shot
thoughts?
along. Your thoughts on infiltration?
No, sometimes it spiked a little bit, but we had.
Mike.
So I just don't see that in the, you know.
We're recording, Mike.
Can we're recording, continuing our meeting,
Okay,
if you guys want to chat outside.
Chat outside.
keep calling, I'll go up. They don't leave me for a minute.
Sorry. So yeah, approve and sign the minutes from the July 9th meeting. I didn't see anything yet.
I make a motion to approve the minutes.
I will second them. You need to abstain. All those in favor?
Aye.
Not on these ones, the next ones.
I'm gonna stay, I wasn't here last week,
Right.
2 weeks ago.
Thank you.
Surprised I'm here now.
Yeah, how you doing?
I'm fine.
You look good.
Thanks.
All right, and then we have, to review a request from Jim Cheesebro from the Woodstock Conservation Committee, about some grants that are available regarding water and town.
He just wants to know if you want him to pursue them. I sent them to you by email. They have like clickable links and stuff on the 12th. He was just following up.
Okay.
Yeah, here, waters we need to restore, I don't know.
Local initiatives to restore and repair the waters or protect high quality water.
What does he recommend?
Yeah, did they meet to discuss this, or is this,
That's-
this is just something he's forwarded along for us to?
He wanted me to email you guys and for you guys to get with Mike, and if there's any interest, he will pursue them. So, and then if you follow through and you just read, you click on these links.
Yeah.
I mean,
So you can get back to him, he could just.
I think if they, I mean, if he thinks that we could use them, maybe we should, I'm in favor of it, you know. We've already got, if it's for drinking water, we've already got those grants approved.
Right.
And they're already in the works for a capital improvement plan, so. If Jim thinks we need,
This is for a corridor plan, and then one is for, restore impaired waters or protect high quality waters.
It's primarily the river corridor.
yeah,
We got it covered with the plan that we're doing now, so.
I just, we have our hands full. Those are the one we have right now.
I mean, if he thinks there's a need for us to do this, we should do it, but
I
let's.
think it's just an FYI.
FYI,
Okay,
okay,
great.
I don't think we have to,
we'll table
Make
it until the
decision
next
now.
meeting, see what he says.
Circle back, yeah.
Yeah.
Circle back with them, say, is this something that you
Yeah.
feel
yeah,
is a necessity this year, or we can circle back to it? So other,
I don't have an agenda.
so
I
next
can
up we have
proposal, the short
the
term,
Deckard proposal.
Here, hang on. Oh, that's okay, no, I can share with.
Bonnie, you're on here, we're getting down to you.
Yeah, this
Okay.
is what I need to let them know how you'd like to proceed, or whether we wanna make it a 2025 budget, so.
It's gonna, I think we're gonna have to look, if we're gonna do it, we're gonna need to budget it for 2025.
Oh,
I think,
absolutely.
I think so too, this is,
That's fine.
this is about the,
STRs.
your short-term rentals. But I think if we're gonna do this, we also need to come up with the ordinance this week.
Yeah.
We need to go
This is
along.
for the cart.
And yeah, that,
Yeah,
I think
this-
we will need this if we come up with the ordinances that they need to be inspected and registered and so forth.
Right.
But
Right,
until we do that, we don't need this.
is this?
and I think this is some-
2025,
I think so, yeah, I think we should.
so,
I
okay,
think it would hurt to budget for it,
right,
and then if we get everything in motion, then we can implement it, if not, we could. So
Yeah,
you
I-
roll it
looking to
over
do
into the
this-
next year.
I think we
I'm
should look
looking
at,
to do it, but we
yeah.
need to budget.
what are
Right.
we talking about for month?
It was
It's
6,200, I think it said,
Okay.
and then it
We'll
was like
charge it
25 but we'll charge it back, so that'll be the other pieces.
so like, like I have 3 short-term rentals, it'd be like $250 a year for me to register those, every, rentals, houses. And everybody else would be paying the same thing, so, but what's the point if we don't have any reason to register them?
Right.
Why do we have
with
to
general
register except to just make money?
Yeah.
So we need to come up with, like, they have to be inspected once a year, they, by the fire chief, they have to be, blah, 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 blah. What do we wanna know? We wanna have a contact person that we can call in case there's trouble.
Right, I think
We
it's
wanna
a
have-
good workshop,
Yeah, it's a good workshop,
Yeah.
focused on just.
and maybe
Never
someone
down
could,
the bottom.
maybe someone could come in and help us that's done it already.
Yeah. that'd be nice too.
So,
There you go.
Did Laura was gonna provide us with, someone had a small one, right? Or somebody was.
No, that was a small,
Frank Cooney's got one going.
I think, yeah, we could maybe look at a bunch of,
Madison.
maybe we can find like 3 or 4, we can read through them, and then we can have a workshop and try to work them together.
I like that idea.
It's tough to find examples for a town this size because.
It's different, yeah.
We fluctuate.
Like Franconia, and like I had asked, Laura for an example of some very simple zoning, the most basic zoning in the world, she came up with Groton or someplace like that. Well,
There's two simple.
it's totally different than what we need though, it's like every house lot will be 2 acres. And, we blah, 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 it's just like, it's not,
Now mine's 30 pages.
I know. It wasn't Groton, by the way, it was, what's
I
the
think it
other,
was,
Dorchester?
no, it began with J,
Grafton.
Grafton, it
Oh,
was
Grafton.
Grafton. It was Grafton,
But they don't have the same,
no, they don't.
dynamics as we.
No, they don't, absolutely not, so. She's gonna actually come to the next planning board meeting, I'm not gonna be there, but, I don't know if you guys wanna go. She's just gonna give an example of how basic zoning could be and stuff like that. So,
Oh, I did see that, I don't know. Yeah.
I'm gonna be away at 11, yeah, but
When's,
like,
when was that
I
again?
think it's the
It's
8,
the,
9.
well, it's
12.
the second Monday, what is that?
Yeah, it's
Well,
the
There's a
12th. You guys host via Zoom though, right? I'm
yes,
gonna be away as well,
absolutely.
but I could sign on.
And we may need it for a second reason,
I saw that,
You
yeah.
saw that in the
Yeah.
email.
Yeah.
She's willing to come either, like a 4 o'clock workshop or 5 as part of our meeting. I kind of thought 5 as part of our meeting, and the board agreed that, we want to invite the public. It's not gonna, it's gonna be open to the
Yeah.
public. So hear the discussion, hear the information that the attorney is saying. So I I'm gonna put it on the agenda for 5 o'clock. Some folks, it's gonna make it a long night. We're gonna have a long night for a change, but I think it's better to be on the agenda at 5 o'clock so that anybody that wants to hear it.
Why
doesn't
don't you
get
provide the
confused.
update for all of it, and then we'll circle back to the EV charging.
Yeah.
So we're not jumping around
Right.
and confusing folks. So this pertains to the Kubik Yards project down on Stone Dam Road, correct?
Not,
Some of it.
she's coming, she was coming initially.
Yeah.
To give a presentation, like a little workshop on zoning.
General zoning.
On zoning, that was the original intent for her to come to the planning board meeting, the April 12th meeting, probably at 5 o'clock.
August 12th.
Yes,
Yes.
yes, August 12th, at 5 o'clock to talk about it, just ask
Okay.
questions. We decided to make it public. So it'll be part of our regular meeting and the public can talk. Now, the other issue has come up. And she's offering to, she can't come herself, probably gonna send a representative because there's a lot going on that night. She is offering to be here for the two reasons.
And would you like to provide the update that, it says here that you were looking to provide an update on that, planning board case?
The planning board case, yes, we, first of all, I called, the attorney today, to find out what we have to do. I mean, just find out how we're supposed to treat this, because we don't have a proposal before us. So basically, she's
Sonia,
saying,
1 second, just to reference for folks circling back, this goes back to the discussion that was had at last meeting regarding,
Right.
Stone Dam Road and the
Yeah.
interest of someone putting a construction yard site
Right.
on property that is Thornton's property, but they would need to access the property via the town of Woodstock's portion of the
Yeah.
road. Okay. Now,
I
continue.
attended, the hearing in, Thornton. They approved the project. They considered the, application complete. They, took a lot of testimony, heard everyone, and they approved the project.
Is this the same guy that's the road agent down there
I
Yes.
believe
in
so.
Thornton?
Did they approve
That's
it?
what, that was an
They
issue to
approved.
start with because of
They
possible
approved.
conflicts of interest.
They approved it. It was.
They've approved the application for minor site plan review.
Minor site plan review,
Yeah,
So,
for a contractor
approved the
yard,
Application,
yes.
for
they haven't approved the
Now,
project.
a property that lies between both.
They approved the
They're
project.
requesting the decision of the Woodstock Planning Board regarding the adequacy of the street. So this came, it's on.
Right,
Okay.
so that's really where it's at, is the Woodstock Planning Board has a decision to make on whether
The street's adequate.
the street is adequate for this. We have no say in whether that yard can
Right.
be what it is.
Right.
We're
That,
only-
what they're using that property for.
Our only comment can be about the road.
Correct,
That is our attorney's, position.
Right.
correct.
The planning board at its meeting, we were presented with correspondence from the Thornton Planning Board, and we answered their questions.
Right.
They asked us 3 questions. One, do we consider the application complete? We said no. We didn't have enough information to judge. You know, we don't have a proposal before us. We're just looking at what they
There
sent
was
into
no
Thornton.
plan, no plan.
So there was no plan, it was just a drawn sketch. So the planning board's opinion, and we called it, we agreed that the plan wasn't complete, the application wasn't complete, so we couldn't judge, basically. Then the second question was, did we have any, issues? I don't know if I have do we have any issues? And we just raised the road, that we were concerned about the road. That was, did we have any concerns or any issues to raise? And we certainly said that we had questions about the adequacy of the road. And then the third question that we were asked was, did we consider this a regional impact project? We basically said, we didn't know one way or the other, that we were coming down to Thornton to learn more, and we didn't have any comment to make about whether it was a regional impact project or not. So they took the testimony, from everybody, and, there was an attorney representing, the folks that, live out in, that neighborhood, on that road. They had hired an attorney. The attorney came to our planning board meeting also, and raised a lot of questions about it. Really, did her job of raising questions on behalf of her client.
Yep.
So, the two of the neighbors out in that neighborhood are very upset about it. Have concerns about, Thornton approving the project, and they raised them. They sufficiently spoke their mind. There was no other Woodstock representative there. And here I am sitting as chair of the planning board. So I, spoke up and said that what the planning board had, discussed at their meeting. They, were quite upset that, we had discussed anything, without them there. And I said, well, we didn't have a hearing. It was on our agenda. We didn't have a proposal before us. We do not have zoning. We do not have site plan review. But we were asked, by you to answer some questions, so that's exactly what we did. We answered the questions. So they were a bit upset with the planning board's,
Well, one of the selectmen was at a
Opinion.
meeting.
what'd you say?
One of the selectmen was at a meeting.
Oh, they
That's
also
what I
sent
said.
you a
Yeah,
notice.
Steve Babin was at a meeting.
I-
They asked us for that information. So I can't with that.
Yeah, so, no damage done or whatever, but they just stated that, stated that, kind of indicating, and I just explained our process in Woodstock is different. And we didn't have a project to have a hearing on. So that was fine. All said and done, they did approve it. They did
Approve the application,
Well, it says they approved the application for a minor site plan review.
just the application for review. They have not approved
Actual
the plan.
It was a split vote. It was 3-2. Vote. And, they're fully aware, and under law, we have a right and a responsibility to, have input. We are required to have a hearing in Woodstock under RSA, or whatever it is.
The 674-53.
Yeah. RSA 674-53. And the lawyer, Laura has given us some, language to use, but a hearing, all the abutters, the town of Thornton, everything, we have to have a hearing on it. At our, August 12th meeting.
Okay,
And
so
so
then we'll make sure then get that
Yep.
posted and.
we need to get it
Sure happens.
posted.
They'll have to notice the butters and all of that.
Notice of butters, yeah.
I think one thing that came up
Do you
that they
think
asked
you'd
us
like to be
about
available
too.
to Be here in person that day,
Which one is it?
the August 12th,
I mean,
planning board,
I'm
okay, that's fine,
gonna be laid up a couple of months here shortly, so.
okay,
Oh, jeez.
alright.
I am, yeah, I'm gonna be in Seattle.
I can zoom in because I'll be at a
I still don't-
conference, but I don't have anything going on that
Still
day.
And the
That's
planning
fine.
board is the body conducting the hearing. It's the planning board's responsibility to
Right.
have the hearing.
Let's just.
So we will have it. It would
Reinforcement.
be nice if, one of the selectmen are there.
Oh, sure.
because the-
There should be.
in our case, in Woodstock's case, it's really, the selectmen that are the administrators,
Of course.
enforcers. The only thing we learned the hard way, the planning board is the enforcers of gravel excavation,
You're right.
regulators of gravel excavation, but all other topics, it's really the, selectmen that are the administrative arm of the town. But under the RSA's, it requires the planning board to conduct this hearing.
The one thing that did come up was that Spanos originally wanted to build his business at the end of that road.
Right.
And they refused, the town of Thornton turned down his application because there was too much of a commercial use on that road.
Right,
This,
right. And we
Yes.
have those
He's
in
I
still owns
raised
that
our
property
last
up there.
meeting.
yeah, he's gonna build a
Wall
house.
property, huh?
He's gonna build a house up.
I raised
Okay.
that and certainly the abutters attorney raised that.
Yeah.
Thought,
Well, certainly the board makeup back then was probably different than the board makeup up
Yeah,
now, so.
absolutely. No.
now you note in this opinion from the attorney, we have the right, I don't know about responsibility to, but we have the right to hire an engineer
Mhm.
to make a determination. I mean, not just us thinking, so I
Yeah.
went out,
I think in
The applicant's expense,
Right. at the
not ours.
at the applicant's expense. So
Correct.
I don't know if I don't know, it's our
I think that's
road.
part of the
Something-
discussion on August 12th, that
Right.
should come up.
That is
That's not something we should be deciding
Right.
tonight.
No, that
with
is
you.
something though that the planning board should throw out there on the table and decide one way or the other.
Yep.
If we need that, level of expertise to decide.
No, that all sounds good.
All right, so that's it in a nutshell. We will have a
Great.
hearing, we will notice it,
Perfect.
appropriately and timely.
Good.
June 29th is the last day that we.
So next week, July,
Yeah.
July 20th,
Oh, excuse me,
next week.
July
That's
20th.
okay.
July 29th is the, last date to, post the hearing, and we will do it. We will get it done.
Perfect. Great. Thank you, and thank you for attending
All
last week.
right,
Since
you're
a couple
welcome.
of us were tied up, so,
You're welcome.
all right, you all set?
Is that next
Okay.
week, 29th is
Yeah,
Monday?
Next week, yeah.
Monday, yeah, and Kathy is aware of that.
Does it have to make the paper?
Yes, and all that business.
It won't make the Littleton Courier.
Unless you
come
do
up-
it this week.
Yes,
Because
Friday,
you
puts it
have-
in Monday, no, puts it in Wednesday.
We have two things that night. There were hearings.
So if it
Mm.
was gonna go this Friday, it's not gonna make it till that Wednesday, and that's the 31st. You might wanna use Union Leader. But then it's not till the 12th.
It's not good as well.
But didn't you say you had the deadline was the 29th?
The 29th, we counted back the number of days to make sure that the applicant and the whole public and everybody had 10 days notice. That's why we came up with the 29th.
You know what?
Use it to
The last day to get it in the paper.
It's later, and then you'll have both of them
both have it
covered.
covered.
All right,
So.
So I'd submit to both, but I get it to Union Leader to run ASAP and then kick it off to.
I would draft it,
We-
post it by this Thursday, so that. you
Yeah,
can
there's
get
a
it in.
lot of lawyers involved with this thing.
Yeah.
there's a lot of lawyers, and it's very important that we do it right.
Yeah.
Do it
Yeah,
correctly.
I would
So
get that
just-
posted right away.
Still send it, but just get it in there to the Union Leader.
Okay.
Okay, thank you for that input.
Yep.
We want to make sure we're doing it 100% correctly.
Correct.
Yeah, all
Thanks,
right,
Bonnie.
thank
Have a
you.
great evening. All right, circling back. So we'll look to have a workshop on short-term rentals
Yes.
and then look at adding it to the budget and what we
Yeah,
do
we
after
have-
we draft some
And she
ordinances.
does,
Okay.
there's
Yeah.
schedule, there's like 3 or 4 workshops I need.
Okay, great,
I'll just have one.
all right,
I keep it down there so we don't forget.
forget, right?
Right.
So circling back to the North Woodstock EV charging location, are we
Mhm.
interested in this?
I think it'd be ideal in municipal parking lot,
And Nick
Yeah,
was
but it's-
willing to help me.
but it's
Okay.
due. Who's willing to help?
Nick, because I told him, I
Yeah.
said, he used to live on Country Council.
Oh, yeah, we
Right.
should definitely have them in the municipal
And
parking
I
lot.
pushed, I just told him, I said, I know I'm working by myself the last couple weeks, I cannot, and he said he would help.
It's due October, August 1st.
I know, that's why he's like,
Right,
and he's, so I
We-
spoke with him yesterday, and he said he would help, and somebody from DBS would help me.
okay,
I'll help too anyway. I can
And,
too. So let me know.
I just said, it's gonna be a struggle for me right now, and he said, I said, so let me meet with the board, make sure they're still interested in this,
Absolutely.
and I will
Sure.
talk to him first thing tomorrow morning. And
more the
get-
merrier.
Well, that's what I thought, but
Oh,
I
as
didn't
we
wanna
go
just,
along,
I just didn't wanna assume that,
I think
so,
municipal lot is a perfect spot.
yeah.
Yep.
There's power, there's space, there's.
Yeah, we
So
discussed
I'll
that
actually
about
email-
10 years ago.
Yep.
Um,
With Joel was,
Well, we started, we had somebody gung ho, and then, I
Well,
don't
the
know,
thing-
COVID
somebody-
happened, something
Something
happened.
happened, but then they weren't gonna do it anymore.
There's
I don't
something.
understand that, because I would have followed up on this. I thought it was, I
But
didn't
then-
think we could get it anymore.
Well, Nick found this, and he actually lives in Woodstock.
Oh, so that's, but
He lives
no,
in
I'm all for
I
it.
think we'll have determination of where.
Yeah.
originally before the park went in, it was gonna be on that end of the parking lot.
Yeah. No, I'm gonna probably
I'll
put,
tell you.
three
North
in
Country
my
Council,
place,
they've
too.
been great to us on our end.
no, I think it's for
And we've got 4 going in at the visitor center.
the fast chargers, right?
The fast charger.
That's awesome.
So.
Even if we have level 2 chargers, that would be.
That's
better
what,
than that.
looking
These
at
are-
that ready sheet, that's what it says.
Yeah,
They'd
it's just-
be, they can be all level 2 or all direct current fast charging or a combination of them.
Would be nice combination.
Combination.
because
we want
people,
combination.
and we can charge.
Yeah.
You know,
We'll have to find out about that, the charging portion of it.
What's it like?
I
What do you
think
mean?
so.
Combination. We wanna come. All right, I'll get with you more.
Yeah, but I
If
think
Nick
you
needs
can
help.
charge, because I've been looking into it for my place, and you charge it. It sends them a code, if you charge them, if they get on there and they leave it there for 2 hours after they're charged, then they get charged more,
Right.
stuff like that, so that way it keeps the charges freed up. There's a lot to it, there's a lot to it,
Yeah, I'll definitely need help
'Cause
with
you
the
don't want-
technical side of it.
like the one I have that's free at my place, you just plug it in, they leave it for the night. They're off,
Right, that's what we're-
or, you don't wanna do that, you wanna make sure.
Oh, I see.
There's some mechanism so that they charge and they leave.
Ours will be charged.
Yeah.
People will have to pay.
Oh,
But I
that
think
makes
you have,
sense.
My
you
new
only
ones will
do,
be charged,
yeah, to recover costs
which is fine, yeah.
of
Yeah.
electric, and I think you can cover the cost of implementation too.
Yeah,
That makes sense.
yeah,
You're not looking at money, but you,
Yeah,
And
you're
they
looking to
cost
cover your
more,
costs.
and they cost
So
time.
they're
a
gonna
little bit
even
up front.
charge at the
we
visit
don't
center.
make it back.
What's that?
Even charge at
Yep.
the visit center.
It looks like
We've
they'll
partnered
charge,
with somebody
they'll
who's
pay
gonna
for
handle it all.
80% of it
All I'm doing is providing the form
in a
market.
grant. So the
And
town
being
would
able to
have
advertise that we have
20%.
EV
but
charging.
Do you want to do this?
I read
How
through it,
big-
yeah, they cover 80%.
In that building.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, so you'll be able
For
to
this year.
swing by.
No, I think it's,
Okay,
it's
yeah,
a
it's great.
no-brainer, we should definitely. go
I
for
thought
it.
so, but I
the
didn't wanna,
opportunity's there, let's do it.
I didn't want to.
You don't wanna tie up hot spots on Main Street, and we got the municipal law, we got the perfect spot.
Mm-hmm,
Yep, anything else?
I don't.
No, this is fine.
We have a non-public, but,
Oh,
I'm gonna
God.
say public questions, any questions from the public here?
Would it check request or something?
Oh, yeah, check requests, yep,
Oh, good call,
good
Kathy.
call.
Ah, that's why we have her.
Alright, let's go. Okay, so we have a motion to accept a request for payment for Lobster Fest supplies for $179.98. Do I have a second?
To who?
To Fred Engler.
Okay.
Second, all those in favor?
Uh,
Aye. Motion to grant a request of payment made payable to body covers in the amount of $4,236.67. This is for those t-shirts.
Mhm.
Yes,
Do I have a second?
Yeah.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Next, a motion to accept a request of payment made payable to JD Design and Print. For $220 for a Lobster Fest banner. Do I have a second?
Yeah.
All those in favor? Aye. A request for payment, motion to accept a request of payment made payable to Melissa Saborn for lobster Fest supplies in the amount of $716.22. Do I have a second?
No.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. And last, make a motion to accept the gift of $140 from the sale of t-shirts to the Woodstock Fire Fund in the amount, I already said $140. Do I have a second?
Second.
All those in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Very good. Thank you, Kathy.
Thank you.
All right. Anything else to become for the board? If not, then we will, adjourn into non-public session under RSA 91-A:3, Roman 2,
Public.
parentheses A.
No,
Nope, there wasn't any.
no, Bill.
All right, let me
Still on.
stop recording.